welcome back to the channel. I'm again in the mountains. It is a beautiful time of the year. It is fall here in Utah. This is the Scenic Byway. It's a 35-mile stretch from Payson Canyon to Nephi. If any of you guys are in Utah, hit me up and I will gladly come and ride this with you. I've got the WideWheel V7. To say this is a sporty scooter is an understatement. This thing has got some crazy torque, 60-mile top speed, dual motors, tons of power, big old battery. I'm gonna break everything down for you, show you what it can do. First with the speed test. Okay, with the top speed of 60 miles per hour, you gotta have a lot of power, and this does. It's got two 2,800 watt motors, and that is powered by a 60 volt, 32 amp hour lithium battery. Now there's two charging ports. It only comes with one charger, which takes 9 to 10 hours. There's 3 speed modes, and again, a top speed of 55 to 60 miles per hour. Gonna do single motor first on speed mode 1. That's 20 miles per hour. 2 is 37, and speed mode 3 is also 37. All right, so single motor, speed mode 2 and 3 are the same. They top out at 37, which is pretty fast for a single motor. For this next test, I'm gonna do dual motors, speed mode 3 with eco turned on. And that is topping out at 18, 19 miles per hour. Okay, now it's dual motors, turbo turned on, speed mode 1. That is 19. That's 39 for speed mode 2. Oh, 49. All right, 49 miles an hour. I did get a little bit nervous about 48, 49. This road's a little bit rough. There's some bumps and cracks. I think if I had a smoother road and a little bit longer, I could have got that up over 50. As far as the wobbling, very little speed wobble. I think it was mostly the road that was kind of freaking me out. The scooter actually is pretty stable at that speed. I want to show you one more thing with the speed. In the P menu on 9, there's a setting from 0 to 100, so you can limit the power output. This is how fast the scooter goes. I'll just show you here real quick. So I'm gonna set it to 50% power and do another speed test with turbo speed mode 3. And there's a substantial difference in the takeoff and the top speed. That's like pretty much maxing out at 32 miles an hour. So I do like that feature with these dual motor scooters because, you know, you got kids, you don't want them to go 50 miles an hour. The scooter does weigh 90 pounds, so it's got a lot of weight to it. It can carry a rider up to 330 pounds. Got a full charge on the scooter. Gonna show you how long it takes to hit 20 miles per hour. All right, so this is the soft start first. Speed mode 3, turbo on, full battery bars. Here we go, just 0 to 20. Woo! Yeah, that's still very fast. So this is the soft start. Okay, they're pretty much identical. This thing just takes off. It's crazy. I mean, that is insanely fast. Let me show you the takeoff on eco. Let's hit the eco button here. This is speed mode 3, dual motors. Okay, there's a big difference there. That's not bad. And there's 18. All right, if you guys don't like a super fast start, hit that eco on. That is definitely nice and friendly. Back to turbo. I'm gonna do single motor on speed mode 3. And that is the gentlest of them all, as you would expect for a single motor. And there's 20. As far as the throttle sensitivity, it's very sporty throttle. There's a cruise control function on. You can turn on in the P menu, so you can cruise it at a certain speed too. Going 11, if I hit it, whew, peel the tires out a little bit, and it just goes. And then once you release it, it instantly cuts out. This is one of the most sporty throttles I've seen in a while. You want a fun, poppy, zippy scooter? Woo, this is it. Here we go. Get it, get it. Man, that just goes. Now it's time to see how long the V7 can go. It's got a range rating of 55 to 60 miles. Gonna do 2 range tests, one on flat terrain, riding at around 20 miles per hour. The second in hillier terrain with a speed around 35 miles per hour. Okay guys, I'm out in the range test, so it's time to talk about the scooter, tell you all the good stuff about it. Now I do like the coloring, one of the prettier looking scooters I've seen. I like that kind of deep red. You got the swing arm suspension look in the rear, the downhill mountain bike style suspension look for the front. For a high powered dual motor scooter, it's actually pretty short. It's 50 by 12 by 51 inches, so it only has a 50-inch length. So it's more of like a stubby and tall type of a scooter. Standing straight up, there's only about 7-8 inches from the stem to my waist. There's not a lot of room to get low and spread out. I can stretch my arm out well over a foot from the grips. So if you like a short and stocky scooter, you're gonna like this one. Down 1 battery bar and I've gone 11.06 miles. So going 15 to 20 miles an hour, pretty easy to ride without, you know, with only one hand. The handlebars are, you know, shaking and moving around a little bit, so not the most stable. Handling and balance at faster speeds. Going 30 here. Handle's actually pretty good. It's very easy to turn. A slight move with your body and it reacts and responds just right away. So I'll just call this very reactive handling. Now, as far as the noise though, there's, you know, the only noise is coming from those tires. The motors make, the two motors make zero noise, so very quiet. I lost 2 battery bars. I've gone 22.59 miles. We'll dive into the cockpit. The handlebars do fold in half. These are my least favorite style of handlebars. The holding piece here just tends to get loose. This one's actually been pretty good. I've gone over 40 miles and I haven't had to tighten it yet. And then of course the frame folds in half too. And then the stem lowers as well. And the nice thing about this is that there's 3 positions for the handlebars to lock in. Okay, down to 2 battery bars. I've gone 33.95 miles. But going back up to the handlebars though, they're not as long as I'd like for something this powerful. I would like to see another 3 or 4 inches. There are 4 screws that if you loosen, you can push the handlebars down or bring them up a little bit higher. I have them set to about a 45-degree angle. The grips are my least favorite. They're wing-tipped, but they're hard, just not really comfortable, and they do move around a little bit. Now, as far as the handlebar height, I do have it set to the highest position, and that is plenty high enough for me. I'm 5'11". Standing straight up, the top of the handlebars hit about 1 inch above my belly buttons. They do have them angled back towards the rear of the scooter, probably about 20 degrees off of 90. I either wish they would have put those at a 90-degree angle, you know, pushed them forward a little bit, or extended the deck. I'm moving down to the deck. It is plenty wide. I mean, that's got to be 10, 11 inches wide, but it is pretty narrow, especially for the power this thing has. You got a big old powerful scooter with a crazy acceleration. You got to have a long, wide deck. Below the deck, there's 11 by 3 inch air-filled all-terrain tires, and those tires are beefy. They're very knobby. It is a stiffer rubber. I'm on this chip seal road going up the canyon and going 25 miles an hour. My eyes do vibrate a little bit. And last but not least, it is a full suspension scooter. There's dual spring in the front and the rear. You know, just bouncing on this, there's got to be a good 2-3 inches of play. All right, range test 1 is over. And real quick, before I tell you the stats, the battery life is showing 2 battery bars left. And it just hit that second to last battery bar about 2 miles ago, and it's dead. So just know that it doesn't go all the way down. That is not accurate. The voltage readout is 51.7. So when it gets close to that readout, you got to be close to your truck. If you're not, you're going to be calling for help, because I am like 8 miles away from my truck. So anyway, the app recorded 37 miles, which is awesome, with 2,700 feet elevation gain. So anyway, I'm going to charge it up again, do range test number 2 with much more elevation gain, a lot more stop and go, and faster speeds. Okay, range test number 2 is done. My app recorded 29.66 miles with 4,847 feet elevation gain. This thing kicks butt. That's all I gotta say. Riding it nice, riding it hard, you're gonna get a lot of miles. This is the road that I chose for an off-road test. Got my brother up here, and hello. It's we're going in like 2 or 3 inches of just pure powder, and so we're up about a half a mile, and we decided to turn around, just stand, like jump up on that right there. Like anyway, pretty bumpy. Coming up something like this, you gotta be choosy on the type of trail that you take this on. Hard packed, not a lot of rocks, not a lot of ruts, and you'd be fine. I couldn't find a torque rating for the scooter, but it is rated to climb a hill up to a 45% grade, 25% grade hill. It's about 2 blocks long. The first half is paved, the second half is not. Got a full battery, speed mode 3, turbo, dual motors. Here we go. Gotta lean forward quite a bit because it is steep. All right. Here we go, 16 miles, 17 miles an hour. Oh yeah, it's a cakewalk. This is the gravel part. Oh man. Woo. Slipping and sliding a little bit. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh my goodness, holy crap. Jeez. 13 miles an hour is as slow as I got And that was cakewalk for this. Last test is a brake test. It's got dual hydraulic brakes and electric ABS braking. I'm gonna show you how well they work. Okay, so one thing to know, the right side controls the front brake. I just did a Papa Willie. Left side controls the rear. All right. And light braking, very smooth. No pulsating, no grinding, no noises. Do hard brake, 3, 2, 1. That is steep. Not the most stable braking for a dual motor scooter, but above average. Let me walk you through the LCD screen and everything on the handlebars. On the left side, you got the lights. Below the lights, there's a horn. Of course, there's 2 keys. Once you turn it on, it shows the volts. On the right side is the LCD screen with the finger style throttle. Pushing the M button does nothing. Pushing the power button switches through different readouts. Holding both together, you can access the P menu, and you got 9 different P settings in there. And that's pretty much it. The V7 has an IP67 waterproof rating, a 6-month warranty, and free shipping in the lower 48. Well, overall, guys, I thought the WideWheel is a solid scooter. You can go very fast with very little speed wobble. It's actually my favorite feature about the scooter. You also got a ton of lights for some night riding. It's open, it's spacious. Anyway, if you want to pick it up, I've got the link in the description. Also, check out my website, electricrevolutionreviews.com. There you can find all my reviews sorted by price and capability. Hit that like button before you go, and please subscribe for the latest in electric bike, board, and scooter reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Go, 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 go.